Happy birthday, Xirrahnos! Happy birthday, Piggy! It's September 14th. It's your birthday. Anybody else who happens to be born on September 14th, hey, share your birthday with the following people. We've got Emma Kennedy, known for such roles as Debbie Gallagher on Shameless.
Oh, yeah, she's the one with the hammer smashes the fruit.
Oh, okay. No. And as Harris Connor Healy in the final season of Roseanne and its spin-off The Connors. She turns 25.
Oh, yeah, those are the little shoes with roller skates.
Next, Shane Topp, internet personality known for his work on Smosh. He is also Shane Zabo on Disney Channel's So Random, and as Matt Bradley on The Goldbergs. I like that character. He's really good in that show. He is 33. Logan Philip Henderson, best known for playing Logan Mitchell on Nickelodeon's Big Time Rush, which is also a real band, which performs vocals, which he performs vocals, guitar, piano, and harmonica. I did not look to see what songs they are known for. I'm sorry. He is 35.
Like the Blues Traveler.
Jessica Brown Findlay, best known for playing Lady Sybil Branson in Downton Abbey, as well as the voice of Lenore on Netflix's Castlevania. She is 35 as well. Jesse James. Not that Jesse James. Who played Spencer Connolly in As Good as It Gets. He's a tiny little boy in that one. 13-year-old Tommy Miller in Butterfly Effect, and Jared Stottlemyre on Monk. He turns 35. Chad Duell, who played Michael Corinthos on General Hospital, and Trevor on CW's Arrow. He is 37. Ai Takahashi, a Japanese singer known for being the leader of Hello Project and Morning Musume. She is 38. Adam Lamberg, best known as David Gordo Gordon on Lizzie McGuire. He turns 40. Hiroki Narimiya, who played Nobuo Tarashima in the live-action Nana adaptation. We just started watching that series. We have not met that character yet.
Spoilers.
As well as Phoenix Wright, known as Ryuichi Naruhodo in Japan, in the live-action Ace Attorney movie, as well as the Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright game. So that's pretty cool. Right. And as Shiro, Kotaro Yanagisawa in Assassination Classroom Graduation live-action film. He turns 42. Next, we have Ashley Roberts, singer for the Pussycat Dolls. Known for their songs Don't Ya, Stick With You, Buttons, When I Grow Up, I Hate This Part, and Jai Ho, You Are My Destiny. She turns 43.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?
Don't ya?
Don't ya? My heart's not in it, I'm sorry.
Next, we have Katie Lee, co-host of Food Network's talk show The Kitchen, as well as Cooking Channel's Beach Bites with Katie Lee. She is 43. She's apparently also a cookbook author, but I could not find the name of said cookbook. Austin Basis, best known as Kenny Spruce on Ghostfacers, Nath Rogers on Life Unexpected, J.T. Forbes on Beauty and the Beast 2012 series, and Russell Feldman on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He is 47.
That's the Beauty and the Beast where he just gets like veins on his forehead.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Jeremy Dunham, director, creative and media director of ZeniMax Online Studios, developers of Elder Scrolls Online, Doom 2016, and Fallout 76. He is 48.
Fallout 76, everybody's favorite Fallout.
I've actually heard that it's improved since it launched, but yeah, it had a rough start.
The Snowball Mike you have in the room there has came with a code to get a free Fallout 76, but it was expired by a year.
Is that for real?
Yeah, wow. It is. Like, the code was
Weird.
expired by a year because my friend didn't give me the gift for a year.
Oh, okay. So apologies for this next one, rapper Nas. He is 51. I did not find anything to report on what Nas is known for other than being a rapper. I apologize. If you're a rap fan, let me know in the comments below what noteworthy.
Right past it. They never would have known.
Next, Andrew Lincoln, best known as Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead. He turns 51 as well. Next, we have Kimberly Williams Paisley, best known as sister-in-law Dana on According to Jim. Peggy Kenter on Nashville, as well as Annie Banks McKenzie in the Father of the Bride trilogy. Yes, there have been 3 of those movies, and I had no idea.
I only saw the first one.
The third movie happened way later, so it's kind of wild.
Yeah,
And
I saw this
apparently
second
she was one of the brides that got married because her character name changed to a hyphenated thing in the later movie. But yeah, she is 53. Next we have Robert Ben Garant, co-creator of Reno 911. He is 54. Mark Ho, lead vocalist of Casting Crows. He is 55. I don't know if you know anything about Casting Crows. I did not find what songs they are known for. Next, we have Bong Joon-ho, director of Parasite and the Snowpiercer movie, and executive producer of the Snowpiercer TV series. He turns 55.
Yeah, I saw Parasite
as well.
and Snowpiercer.
The movie or the show?
The movie, haven't seen the show.
Okay. I would like to see those at some point.
I liked they were both great.
Yes.
For what they were.
Okay.
They're amazing.
Michelle Stafford, best known as Phyllis Summers on The Young and the Restless, and Nina Reeves on General Hospital. She is 59. Faith Ford, best known for playing Corky Sherwood on Murphy Brown. Hope Shanowski on Hope and Faith. She is 60. Melissa Leo, known for playing Sergeant Kay Howard on Homicide: Life in the Streets. She is 64. Country singer John Barry, known for songs Your Love Amazes Me, I Think About It All the Time, She's Taken a Shine, You and Only You, What's in It for Me, I Will If You Will, If I Had Any Pride Left at All, Kiss Me in the Car, Love Was Made for Us, Change My Mind, A Mind of Her Own, and Standing on the Edge of Goodbye. He is 64. I have no idea if any of those songs are like really good or not. I just thought they all seemed wonderful. Next we have Mary Crosby, daughter of Bing Crosby, and Katherine Grant. She is known for playing Kristen Shepard on Dallas. She's also their only daughter. Apparently he had a whole bunch of sons and one daughter. But yeah, she is 65. Next, Morton Harkett. Morton Harkett, lead vocalist of Aha! Best known for Take On Me and the theme song for James Bond film The Living Daylights. He also appeared on British Masked Singer. I won't spoil who he played, but there you go. Yeah, such a great song.
Take on me.
Yeah, I love that song. He is 65. Steve Berlin, saxophonist of Los Lobos. He is 69.
Nice.
Robert Wisdom, known for his roles as Howard Bunny Colvin on The Wire. Norman Lechero St. John in Prison Break. Uriel on Supernatural. Vaughn Anderson on Burn Notice. And Coleman Carlisle on Nashville. He is 71. Eikichi Yazawa, known as the King of Rock in Japan. He turned 75. John Bowser Bauman, singer for Shanana. He is 77. He was also pretty noteworthy, I believe, for being on... oh, damn it. What the name of that? Is that show with Charles Nelson Riley? The Match Game. Match Game! He was frequently on Match Game, as I recall. Next, Sam Neill. Best known for playing Dr. Alan Grant in the Jurassic Park franchise. And as Dr. William Weir in Event Horizon. Major Chester Campbell on Peaky Blinders, and most recently as Mr. McGregor and Badger Tommy Rock in the Peter Rabbit films. He turned 77.
Cool.
Next, Joey Heatherton. She was a sex symbol in the 60s and 70s, performing for over a decade on the USO tours presented by Bob Hope. She is 80.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's still going.
Good on her.
And finally, for the living people, we have Walter Koenig, best known as the original Ensign Pavel Chekhov on Star Trek, and Alfred Bester in Babylon 5. How did I do? Are you Babylon 5?
I only watched a little.
He turns 88.
Wow, the crew is doing pretty well. You still got George Takei, and you as well, and you also still have William Shatner. They're both in their, like, William Shatner and George Takei are in their 90s now.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
Well, George Takei, I'm not sure about yet, but they're way up there.
So yeah, next we have those that passed. We have Amy Winehouse, best known for her songs Rehab, Back to Black, and Stronger Than Me. She was sadly 27 when she passed away in July of 2011. And is she alive today?
Oh, my goodness.
If she somehow didn't succumb to her addiction to alcohol,
40.
she'd be 40.
Assuming that July... Well, I mean, yeah, she would be 40. That's correct.
Okay. Next we have Akatsuka Fujio, manga artist known as the Master of Gag Manga. He created many popular manga such as Otsumatsu-kun, Himitsu no Akko-chan, and Tensai Bakabon. He is said to have been influenced by Buster Keaton and Mad Magazine. He even established his own company, Fujio Productions Limited, or Fujio Pro. He was 72 when he passed away in August of 2008, and if he were alive today...
He'd be 88.
He'd be 88, all right. Next we have Zoe Caldwell. She was the voice of the Grand Councilwoman in Lilo and Stitch franchise, including Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. She was 86 when she passed away in February of 2020. If she were alive today...
Oh, sorry, she'd be 90.
She'd be 90. Next we have Robert McCloskey, author of Make Way for Ducklings. Birds.
Yeah, birds.
He was 88 when he passed away in June of 2003, and if he were somehow alive today...
Be 109.
Be 109. Next, Ian Pavlov, neurologist and physiologist known for his discovery of classical conditioning through his experiments with dogs, known as the Pavlovian response. He was 86 when he passed away in February of 1936, and if he were alive today...
Oh, boy. 174?
All right.
He was also kind of a monster.
Oh.
Sorry, he did some...
Yeah, I mean... Science,
but anyway,
science was messy back then. And next, Margaret Sanger, birth control activist, sex educator, writer, and nurse. She popularized the term birth control, opened the first birth control clinic in the United States, and established the organizations that evolved into Planned Parenthood Federation of America. Okay, thought you may have said something about that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was trying to do the
Oh.
dates here. Yeah,
ahead.
Planned Parenthood is wonderful. That's actually when I started HRT. I was originally going to Planned Parenthood. They provide a lot of services outside.
A lot more than you'd think.
Yeah,
from the name.
absolutely.
But yeah, she was 86 when she passed away in September of 6 of 1966. And so how old would she be? If she were still
I believe 124.
124. Next, we have Friedrich Wilhelm Heinrich Alexander von Humboldt. Boy, that's a mouthful. The father of ecology and the father of environmentalism. He was 89 when he passed away in May of 1859. And if you're alive today by some miracle of science...
Oh my gosh. I need more time. Let's see. 100... he'd be over 200.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see.
One more to go, by the way, after this.
165, 155,
I'm sorry.
254?
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. And finally, James Wilson, one of the founding fathers of the United States of America and signer of the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. He was 55 when he passed away in August of 1798. If you're somehow alive today...
Oh my gosh, he would be... Let's see. It's easier when there's a birthday on here. That'd be 200...
I'll have to remember that for the future.
277?
Almost made it. Almost made it.
Or 279 is one of those two.
Okay. All right. Next, we have on this day in history. Starting in 1662, the Netherlands and England signed a peace treaty. 1682, Bishop Gore School, one of the oldest schools in Wales, is founded. 1716, the first lighthouse in American colonies is lit at Boston Harbor. In 1741, George Frederick Handel finishes his Messiah oratorio after working on it nonstop for 23 days.
Too long.
Next, in 1752, Britain and the British Empire, including the American colonies, adopt the Gregorian calendar after skipping the 11 days between September 3rd and September 13th. So yeah, that kind of made it tricky for some of the birthdays. Some were saying that they were not born on this day. But because of the adjustment of the calendar, they were, or whatever, something like that. Anyway, in 1814, Francis Scott Key pens the poem Defense of Fort McHenry, later known as the Star-Spangled Banner, while witnessing the bombardment of Fort McHenry from a ship in Baltimore Harbor.
Oh my gosh.
Can you,
yeah,
show us,
it's been a while. I could do a little bit, but it's been a little, we do a little signing. We would go...
Oh, say, can you see?
See?
By by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare,
red glare, I don't glare,
the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
It's on this screen.
Oh, say that does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? A lot of question marks in that song, and I did not realize either.
The class I'm in, they have particular. They sign it a particular way for particular reasons. I did flow up a little bit, but most of that is
better than I could do.
Yeah.
Next, in 1848, Alexander Stewart opened the first U.S. department store, the Marble Palace, in downtown New York City.
Nice.
In 1867, Karl Marx published Das Kapital, Volume 1, his theory of the capitalist system and how it is doomed to destroy itself. Gee, I wonder how that worked out for him. In 1872, Britain pays the U.S. $15.5 million for damages during Civil War.
Did we pay?
Wow. I wonder how long it took for us to spin that. In 1876, Henry Morton Stanley's expedition leaves Rwanda. In 1886, George K. Anderson of Memphis, Tennessee, patents the typewriter ribbon. And
which is still used today.
And the creator of Resident Evil thanks him for that, because that's how you saved in that game. In 1891, Empire State Express train goes from New York City to East Buffalo, a distance of 436 miles in a record 7 hours and 6 minutes.
Wow, it is not actually slow. It's actually, of course, there's some stops. But
this is also in 1891.
Yeah, so like if I was to get on a train from Buffalo to New York City, it would take over 8 hours. But there are stops, so.
In 1901, Theodore Roosevelt is sworn in as the youngest man to serve as U.S. president after William McKinley finally dies after an anarchist shoots him in Buffalo.
Run, Buffalo.
In 1914, Lord Kitchener, Your Country Needs You, appears as front cover design for the London Opinion magazine. In 1923, in his fourth heavyweight boxing title defense, Jack Dempsey recovers after being sent through the ropes to KO Argentine challenger Luis Firpo in the second round at the Polo Grounds in New York City, and Red Sox first baseman George Burns pulls out an unassisted triple play.
I wish I had a George Burns imitation and I could pretend I didn't know it was a different George Burns.
That's the guy who had the cigar, right?
Yeah. Lived to be 100.
Oh, did he really?
The maybe brother of C. Montgomery Burns.
Oh.
That was a little joke in the episode.
In 1939, world's first practical helicopter versus the VS-300, designed by Igor Sikorsky, takes tethered flight in Stratford, Connecticut. In 1948, a groundbreaking ceremony for the initial building of the United Nations World Headquarters is held in New York City. 1954, Benjamin Britten's opera Turn of the Screw premieres in Venice. 1955, Little Richards records Tutti Frutti at J&M Studios in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Tutti Frutti? Oh, Rudy. He was one of those that when he came out, people were like, yeah, we know.
In 1956, IBM introduces the RAMAC, or RAMAC 305, first commercial computer with a hard drive that uses magnetic disk storage. It weighs over a ton.
We come so far
in
relatively little time. It's absurd. I love it.
In 1958, two rockets designed by the German engineer Ernst Mohr, the first German post-war rockets, reached the upper atmosphere. 1959, Soviet Union's Luna 2 is the first spacecraft to land on the moon. In 1960, Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Venezuela formed the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC. In 1963, Mary Ann Fisher of Aberdeen, South Dakota, gives birth to America's first surviving quintuplets, 4 girls and a boy.
Ah.
Boy, how rough must have been life for that boy, huh? Growing up with 4 sisters, all your same age. Oof. I feel sorry for them. Hopefully they're doing okay.
Maybe they transitioned like I did.
Yeah, maybe. In 1964, President Lyndon Johnson presents journalist Walter Lippmann with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And Walt Disney is awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom at White House by President Lyndon Johnson. Let's see, where was I? There we go. 1965, Western sitcom F Troop premieres in the U.S. on ABC. 1967, Melville Abrams Ball Field in the Bronx is named. And Thomas Pell Wildlife Refuge and Sanctuary opens in the Bronx in New York City. In 1968, Jimmy Ellis beats Floyd Patterson in 15 for the heavyweight boxing title. 1971, Cleveland Indians and Washington Senators play 20 innings. Oh my God, that's way too many. I wonder how many people bothered to stick around for the whole game. 1972, The Waltons TV program premieres on CBS starring Richard Thomas, Ralph Waite, Michael Learned, and Will Geer. I know none of those names, I don't think. But, yeah, The Waltons. In 1973, U.S. President Richard Nixon signs into law a measure lifting pro football's blackout.
Okay.
I'm hoping that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea.
It just means more people.
And 1975, Mother Elizabeth Ann Bailey Seton, canonized as the first U.S.-born saint by Pope Paul VI.
Oh, yeah, she's come up before in other videos.
In 1979, the film Quadrophenia, loosely based on The Who's 1973 rock opera of the same name, is released. And Theodore Combs completes 5,193-mile roller skate from L.A. to New York City and back to Yates Center, Kansas? KS?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He wanted to do it through a buffalo herd, but you can't roller skate through a buffalo herd, so he went to New York City instead.
Oh. In 1981, Entertainment Tonight premieres on TV, and Judge Wapner and People's Court premieres on TV.
Oh, wait, that's really iPhone.
In 1982, Trevor Baxter sets skateboard high jump record of 5 feet, 5.7 inches.
I've seen higher.
In 1985, The Golden Girls, starring B. Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty, debuts on NBC.
Thank you for being a friend.
Agreed.
Travel around the world and back again.
Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And
through a party, he invited everyone he knew, or I knew. You would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend." And the card attached
hopefully you can
says
hear.
Xirrahnos. No, hopefully you couldn't hear any of that.
Next we have 1986, good year. Bo Jackson's first home run at 475-foot blast, longest at Royal Stadium.
I know what Bo don't know.
NFL Bears running back Walter Payton scores his 100th career rushing touchdown and gains 177 yards, surpassing the 15,000-yard career plateau in 13-10 overtime with win over visiting Philadelphia Eagles at Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. Boy, that was a mouthful. In 1987, Cal Ripken Jr.'s record streak of 8,243 consecutive innings, or 908 games, is finally broken. In 1990, Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. hit back-to-back home runs in the first inning.
Wild.
Agreed. In 1992, the first subway car completed to be exported from the U.S. to Taiwan.
Oh, very nice. Taiwan could experience delicious submarine sandwiches made in a delicatessen.
Subway, not... Oh, wait.
Yeah, Subway.
Okay, never mind.
In
1996, as Mark McGwire is the 13th player to hit the 50 home runs in a season.
Yeah, the Oakland A's?
Sure. I'm not sure. I just remember there was a huge scandal about him shortly after that. In 1997, 49th Emmy Awards, Law & Order, Frasier, Dennis Franz, and Gillian Anderson win, and Chicago White Sox retire Carlton Fisk's number 72.
Dennis Franz like showing his posterior off a lot.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
In 2007, restrictions on the traditional Latin Mass are officially removed in the Roman Catholic Church as Pope Benedict XVI's motu proprio sumorum pontificum takes effect. Oh my god, I butchered that.
Don't worry, it's all made up.
Everything's made up. The points don't matter. In 2009, David Attenborough and Prince William officially opened the Darwin Centre at the National History Museum in London, in what is the museum's most significant expansion since 1881. Holy shnikes. In 2017, Baudelaire Library reveals earliest evidence of the zero symbol in the 3rd and 4th century Bakshati, Pakistan, manuscript through carbon dating.
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, it's just pretty wild to think that when a lot of numerical systems were created, there was no number 0.
Yes.
Because it's a quantity that doesn't exist.
Agreed.
So, I mean, there is no physical representation of it. So, it was a huge... It changed mathematics.
It created binary by just the fact that 0 didn't exist, so it couldn't be binary.
It's crazy.
Anyway, also in 2017, Selena Gomez reveals she had a kidney transplant because of lupus, donated by her friend Francia Rice.
Werewolves.
In 2020, astronomers report a possible site of life on Venus after detecting a phosphine in planet's atmosphere by telescope.
Take his word for it.
In 2021, California Governor Gavin Newsom defeats a state vote to recall him from office. And the U.S. records lowest level of people living in poverty since record began in 1967, 9.1% versus 11.8% in 2019, due to increase in government aid.
Gee, wonder who was president then.
In 2022, procession of Queen Elizabeth II's coffin from Buckingham Palace to the Palace of Westminster to lie in state, with queues of people paying for their respects forming 2.4 miles or 3.8 kilometers. And finally, in 2023, NASA probe into UFO sightings inconclusive, largely due to lack of good data, found no evidence of aliens, but doesn't rule out the possibility.
Yeah, despite what people think, there is no solid evidence that they exist. There's a lot of misunderstood video footage, but that's really all we have.
Okay.
But fascinating. I hope someday we do get something. That would be awesome, but...
Indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you like a birthday video, leave it in the comments below. And Xirrahnos, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you had a great birthday. Apologies for this being out so late, but yeah, we've been pretty busy lately. Yeah, hopefully we'll be getting out more videos for Fursuit Friday in the following weeks. But until then, we got more birthday videos coming up real soon, so we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
I'll have my eyes closed. I won't see anything.